Thanks, Jenny.
Oh, I've got it. Okay, good evening, everybody. Okay, is that better? All right, awesome. We are on page 30 of our training manual, which is headed Business Support. And I find it quite fun and very surprising for me when I keep a little bit of a record. Last year, I was just coming up to steam, and then the wheels fell off my life from the 1st of January. So it was actually a very good way of checking the last 3 months, because I do keep record of my sales, and I needed it for tax purposes, because now I'm with all this tax and stuff, so it's no longer my husband's problem, now it's my problem, which is not so funny. So the accountant needed all my sales and things, and I could go back on my sales that I've got on my invoices, and I could give them because this is for 2021, and I keep a book of all my retail sales, and I do all my retail sales, whether it's for my customers or for my downlines that buy from me. But I take that off, and I send only my customers to Charlie, and my distributors don't get recognized. So the X amount of rands that go in for retail sales is genuinely only for my customers, and I take off my downline ones that buy through me. But it's a record of all my sales that I do, so my accountant can see it, and I had record of it for 2021. It was still in a book, which I always didn't think about. And the other day when I had to give him my sales amounts that was done for the whole of 2021, I had it in the book. So records are good and useful, and you don't realize how much you sell. And when you mount it up and you get the figure, it's like, wow, you didn't realize that you had so much turnover. So on this page 30, it says we've got to set up. Can you hear me, Debbie? Okay, we got to set up a corner, like here Sean's got his studio, I've got my little office at home, and you've all got your little corners. Set up a place in your home for your neo-life business. Create a pleasant environment, keep it neat and tidy, and have positive motivational posters on the wall, which I have in my office. You always see it behind me, my circles, and I'm planning a dream chart notice board with cork, and I'm going to frame it on that board as well, so that I've got it there so I can see it, and when I've got Zooms and things on, I can also see it because it's at the back of me, which is also useful and encouraging. Have an updated organization chart on the wall, filling in the names that can be very motivating. That'll be your names of your people that you're going to phone, maybe put a calendar up like Jeanette, what's her name, Alta has. She has a calendar for every month, and she's got all the list right there for that she knows. I had one for last year. I must update one for this year. This year is only starting now. I feel that I have turned over a new leaf and my life has started. I'm resurrected, as was happened on last Sunday. I've got a new life. So I said to Sean today, I'm going to do the Zoom tonight. I have to get my mojo back. So thank you. This is number one. Keep being motivated. Have your next step in the business displayed where you can see it. My next step, although I'm a director, my next step is qualified director, consistently qualified director. What is your next step? Put it up on your wall, big. I've also written it in eyeliner on my mirror in my bedroom, and I've got my PV in my bathroom. In fact, when I had all the visitors at the funeral, people were asking, what's all these numbers on your mirror? And I happily explained it to them that that's my goals for what I'm looking at. So I look at it every day in the mirror, and it's on my computer right here, and it's on my bedroom mirror as well. Then your business administration is pretty essential, I would say. Remember to keep the correct balance, 90% sales, 10% administration. Don't spend all your time doing admin. Designate a time to do admin. When your business administration takes more than 10% of your time, you may need to employ someone to help you. Imagine when we're there, like Charlie has how many secretaries and people in his office to do all his work. He can't do all that work. And hopefully we will all get there that we can't do all that admin because there is just too much. At the moment, talking for myself, I have not so much work, so I can do it for myself. I can keep up to date my retail sales. When my orders come in, I've got a special app on my phone that I record it. I can have it there, and my sales are on the app, and everything is on the app. So try and make your life as stressless as possible, but keep a record. You may need to do your business administration, or you have to do your business administration on a daily basis to prevent backlog, even if it is just a 2-minute thing because you did one sale yesterday or today. Do it tonight. You've done one sale today. Log it. Make sure it's there. Sorry. Where possible, try to handle each piece of paper only once, which is a good idea. I, at one stage, had books and papers all over the place. And then I thought, no, put it all into, I've got a journal, a 2023 journal. I've got my diary, and I've got my app on my phone. So, and I've also got my retail sales slip book, which I keep all in around me, that I've got it there. So I have specific things for specific things, and then you can keep record. And a very important one that I always had a big problem, as I've just said, avoid using bits and pieces of paper that can easily get lost. Rather use a more permanent notebook. I have a flip file at home that says financial book, or whatever it says on the cover, and in there is my stock taking and my retail sales, and these logs that I'm going to talk about tonight are in there. Not that I've used them, but they're all in that file for when I get my life on track. I was hoping that 2023 on the 1st of January was going to be the new year, and it's now April. So now I can start right. Keeping good records will save time. It's logical. Then you don't, instead of spending hours searching for things, it's right there, and you've got a system. Whatever your system is, get that system up. If it's a Cardex system, or an app on your phone, or an Excel system on your PC, whatever your system is, get your records up to date and stick to that system. And golden calculator is John's system. I can't seem to get it to work clockwork like John has his, but I do have it. But I'm not battling with it. I'm just trying to get my head around it. That's all. Keep records of your distributors and your customers, all their near life IDs, their expiry dates. It's all in my journal. I must just get it done and in there. So that will help as well. Birthdays, phone numbers, profile numbers, email addresses, all the information of all your downlines, even those that are not doing their thing anymore. Keep it and keep them on your database, and keep, even if you just send a birthday or a phone a birthday, or what I do is I've got my downlines on a broadcast, and I keep them once or twice a month. I've got information going to them so they know that I'm talking to them. And if they want products, they phone me. If they don't want products, I don't bog them. I speak to them once, and that's it. Have a simple, well-organized filing system, organized categorically or alphabetically. You can be used to file distributor information, customer information, product information, financial records, and statements. If you read this training manual that Alta has prepared for us, Alta or whoever, I'm assuming Alta and Jeanette, It's actually a very simple method of doing it. Everything in their place and a very simple method. So just keep it all up to date. Spend a little time and do your product information, your financial records, your statements, your customer information that you can go back to them about. Keep faxes and emails you send and receive for a while, as you may have to refer back to them. Keep a record of them, because sometimes your Gmail, like mine, is getting a bit too full and you've got to delete. But if it's something important, make a note of it, make a date, and even if you have to print it out and file it so that you can ease up your Gmail. Before forwarding Neolife and Eagle Team member application forms, make sure that they are fully completed with the correct information, that you use a black pen, not a blue pen. A blue pen doesn't fax so well. A blue pen doesn't print so well. A black pen prints. So make a habit of doing all those application forms to Jeanette in a black pen. Like when you apply for acres, everything must be in black pen. So don't get cross when she says, please do it again. I can't read it because you've done it in blue pen. All very neatly and all very big and clear for you, but she can't get it because it needs to be in a black pen. Ensure that fax machines, telephones, photocopiers, computers, etc. are in good running order. If you still got a fax machine, don't run out of fax or photocopy paper or printing ink. Yes, mine always runs out at the wrong time, my ink. So make sure that it's all up to date. This is your business. Make sure that your business corner is like a business where you would go out and see your desk all higgledy-piggledy. Your boss wouldn't like you to suddenly say to him, oh, sorry, but I've run out of ink, I can't print. Or the fax paper's gone, or the printer's not working. It hasn't been working for a week, so I can't do what you've asking me to. This is your business. Keep it up to date. Make sure that it is running smoothly. If your admin is running smoothly, the rest of your business will run smoothly, because you're so tensed up because the admin's not working. You can't get your order out. You can't get your payments out. I'm in that little bit of a situation at the moment because I'm changing banks. And Capitec has a bit of an issue with Neolife at the moment for that EFT thing. So there's been a bit of an issue on my side. That's why my orders haven't been going through. So I know it's frustrating. And I've made a bit of a plan for a customer, and hopefully the order will go through. But try and get your mojo, try and get your system working smoothly. And then you'll enjoy doing the orders, doing the applications, doing what you have to do for your customers. Stock control is pretty important if you're going to get your tax. And remember that stock is money invested, and make sure that your stock is rotated. Always put your new stock at the back in your shelf and your old stock in the front. So you're going to sell your old stock first and your new stock last. First in must be last out. I wouldn't put, or first in, first out, that's right. Because the one that was bought last month must be sold this month, and not the one that was bought today must be sold today. Use those that are still in your stock cupboard if you've got a stock cupboard, which is always good. Try and keep your stock cupboard neat and in order. I remember looking at Johanna's stock cupboard one day. What was her husband's name? Anyway, in East London. And they had a big cupboard with a shelf with like pigeonholes, bigger pigeonholes. And all the aloe vera gels were in that one, and all the salmon oils and all the acidophilus. So he could see what was in that row, and everything was very neat. So I'm also planning to do that. I used to cram it in one cupboard in the spare room, but that's taken up with the patient. So then I moved it to another cupboard, and I thought I was all in control, but that cupboard is a bit full and small. But my cleaning agents, my golden products, are all in a big cupboard, and they're all in a row. I open the cupboard and I can see my Super 10s and my LDCs and everything. They're all there. Keep it neat, keep it tidy, so that you can open at a glance, or when you open it, you can glance and see what you've got and how much when you need to order again. Your stock is a cash business. So no money, no products. Try and be hard for your own sake. Sometimes I know my customers, so I send the products and they send the money straight away. Sometimes the order has been placed and then suddenly the money comes in. Sometimes once they get the order, they send me the money, but that's a very bad habit to start. People that I don't know so well or new customers, I say, please deposit the money. And once it's in, once I've got proof of payment, I will then put your order in, which I do immediately. Keep strict control of your stock and sort out a system, a simple system, an inventory system, or make use of the golden calculator. I know John uses that. I've got the other app on my phone, but find a system that you know what products you are using, who they're going to, how much they paid, when they paid, your invoices. I've got another type of invoice, a professional invoice that's got a letterhead, my banking details. This account is payable in 15 days. And boy, everybody pays within 15 days. So that is always good. And I can refer back to those as well. And I just check them out every month and I can see them, because I found that my pink retail goodies were piling up. So I've got boxes and boxes of these things because I use my retail sales slips from day one. And there's so many of them, whereas my invoices are there on the computer, so they are stacked up there. But find a system that works. I'm assuming that the Eagle team sort out golden calculator, and it works well when you work it. I left out something here. Keep strict control of your stock, and then make sure you have enough stock on hand to supply your customers and inactive distributors. I find it so rewarding when my customers phone me and say, I need 2 Pro Vitality, and I know they're going to phone me. I've got a customer that's going to be needing needs 3 Pro Vitality when I get home. I'll have to order now. She ordered last month for the end of this month. So I know my first big order that goes in needs 3 Pro Vitality. So that when she's ready for it, she phones me and I say, right, it's here, come and fetch it when you are back in town. And it makes it so much easier. And very important, rotate your stock, place the new stock behind the old stock. And this way your stock will not expire before you can sell it. And I make a habit of, I use the older stock because that expiry date I know means nothing to me. Long as it's not 6 years old and long as it hasn't changed color, I'm quite happy to use it. Keep food supplements in a cool place and acidophilus in the fridge. Don't leave it in your cupboards, especially here in this lovely warm Natal. I think at home I could leave it on the front veranda and it'll freeze. So I'll keep it in the fridge to keep it warm. Pay for the stock you use for yourself. Alta's got a way that she pays for her own stock out of her account. So she's got that retail in her account, how much she's paid for herself. And I've got the app. Again, 3 months, I haven't been really sticking to it, but last year I was very good and I've made invoices to myself so that I knew how much stock I was selling to myself. And as I said, my life has started again, so I will be doing that again. I won't just be walking to the cupboard and grabbing. I will be doing this thing properly. And again, I say to you, this is just guidelines. And if you've got this training manual, read through again the business support. I think it's very important. I'm doing it, let's say I'm doing it 70%. And I found it very useful, especially when my brain was blocked out for the last couple of months. I could revert back to what I had done and it was there. I didn't have to scratch and think about it. It's all on record. So that's very good. If you check out your training manual, you'll see there's an example of your business account where you've got the dates, sorry, the description of when you loaned from the bank or when you made a sale or when you put in fuel or whatever you did, the gross income, the expenditure, and the balance. Now, I've found another app on my laptop the other day because I was looking for a budget plan. I need to budget now that I'm in control of all the cash that comes in. And I found a very lovely one on my laptop. And it was quite scary to find out how much money I was actually spending on simple things like the bowling club. I play bowls twice a week, and I paid 30 Rand for green fees, and I buy water, and I buy a drink afterwards. And you think, oh, it's just one drink. But if it happens twice a week, and every week I go for supper at the club, and I gamble a little bit of money, and I put it down, I put it in my budget, and wow, I spent so much money just for the bowling club. So those little things, make out that budget, work out a budget plan. The Excel on your computer has lovely budget plans. Find one that will work for you and actually work out your budget. I worked out a budget 3 weeks ago before I came here. And it'll be interesting now at the end of April to actually go back, and because they've got in the budget the actual expenditure. How much did I actually spend? And hopefully after 2 or 3 months, I'll know exactly how much I spend and how much I have got left over. Because at the moment, I'm sort of in the deep end and I'm not quite sure where my life's heading financially, which is a good motivation. I need to move my rear end and get this business going so that I don't depend on whatever's coming in from somewhere else. And so go and look on page 30 and 31, that's your business account. And it goes on, but I think we can do that next week. I've got a recording somewhere. I think it was the vendors that had something about the tax, which is very good to listen. Keep all your slips so that you can record what you spend, your fuel, your electricity, and the taxman can work out for your business corner that you've made for your office, your phone, your telephone, your lights, your all those things, your fax paper, everything can be recorded. So keep a record of everything. Make this your business and let it run smoothly. I think that's all I can say at the moment. Sean says we've got 4 minutes.
3 minutes, they've got 3
Well
minutes.
done, Jenny. We have to go off any minute now, but I just wanted to say that most of your recording is on your Neolife website. So if you go to your reports, it's got history there of all your income. You've got your history of all your downlines, etc., etc.
Going back 3 years.
Going back, well, it goes back the whole year. It goes back 12
Good.
months. So I always use those reports. And then, what is a fax machine?
Well, this is an updated training manual for 2022. Somebody else has got fax machines.
And Jeanette does use a fax machine.
That's what the SADF use.
Yeah.
Oh
Okay.
dear.
We must go.
Well
Thank
done,
you so
Jenny.
much.
That was nice.
Well done, Jenny.
Good
So
night,
good
Sean.
to have you back.
Yep.
Well done. You're looking great.